With the Oscars. And right next door, if you would. Beautiful. Up.
Congratulations.
And then right here for me. Oh, hi. Looking beautiful.
Move to the right. And Wagner, right here. Yes, that's it. And Wagner, one more time.
And then one right next door, if you would, sir. Thank you so much. Appreciate you.
Benicio, good to see you over here. Michael, be right straight ahead, sir.
Well, when you smile, we all smile.
And Taylor to the right one more time.
You do one over that shoulder, too.
Fabulous. Congratulations.
Good to see you.
Thanks. Appreciate it.
And
Feet all the way down over that shoulder.
Taylor, look back before you go.
Kate, all the way back to the right, please.
If I can please have your eyes looking right here to start.
And then we'll go next door. Hi. Always good. And then together next door. Up.
And Emma, may we go solo? Emma, look right here, please. Emma.
And then right next door.
Emma, show your hat upstairs.
Stunning. Thank you.
Right here to your left, please. Rose up top over the way.
Rose, could I get one of those over the shoulders also, please? Stunning. Thank you. With that big, beautiful smile on. Thank you, Queen. We do it over the shoulder or not? Is that it? Ooh, yes.
There it is.
Definitely over the shoulder.
Here, please.
And then right next door, beautiful. Hi.
EJ, can we take a photo of you by yourself too?
Fashion Queen.
What time is right here, please?
And then right next door, you say, hi, girlie. Beautiful as always. And one
up
more.
top.
Thank you.
A little wave.
Stunning. Thank you.
And how are you? And Jesse, looking right straight ahead. Right to your left. And Jesse, over your right shoulder, maybe?
And Jesse, straight ahead if you would. Here, just right in front of you, please. Jesse, straight ahead, please. Stunning.
Right here, please.
Jesse, are we doing over the shoulders?
And so, Lori, right straight ahead.
Right next door, Jacob. Jacob, right next door. Thank you, sir. One more with that blue steel.
Congratulations. And then right here.
And then right next door, sir. And Stellan, right here to your left. Sir, to your left. Thank you.
You guys are beautiful. You're beautiful.
Hi, Ernie.
Hello.
Ooh, old fashioned. Hi, dude. Good to see you. And then right next door, hi. Beautiful. And with those eyes, one more time. Thank you, thank you.
Read up top.
We're doing all the shots. I'll start you.
I'm actually going to, because I know what you want me to do.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
He's like, before you ask.
Just hang on. Look at that.
Well, you know,
We're
the eyes
growing,
are,
people. Okay? That's what we do here.
eyes are the windows of the soul.
We are.
There
We're
it
so
is.
predictable.
Congratulations.
Thank you. I really appreciate it.
And then Roy, one time right straight ahead, please. Your chin down just a little bit right here for the front row.
And the front row down here, sir. Hi. Aw. Good morning. And one more right here. Beautiful.
What time is right here, please?
And then right next door, you say, hi, girlie. Beautiful as always. And one
up
more.
top.
Thank you.
A little wave.
Stunning. Thank you.
And how are you? And Jesse, looking right straight ahead. Right to your left. And Jesse, over your right shoulder, maybe?
And Jesse, straight ahead if you would. Here, just right in front of you, please. Jesse, straight ahead, please. Stunning.
Right here, please.
Jesse, are we doing over the shoulders? No. Okay.
So Lori, right through there.
Right next door, Jacob. Jacob, right next door. Thank you, sir. One more with that blue steel. Hey.
We are K-pop writers and producers, you know, and so when going into film, like the writing process was very different from K-pop writing. That's for sure. It's for a film, right? So the order of things was very much the opposite. However, every intention that we had was to create K-pop songs for these K-pop idols. Yes, they're animated, but they're still K-pop idols, you know? And that was the direction from the directors. And, you know, we came in having every intention to bring in the K culture and the music and the melody and in the lyrics, you know? There's Korean lyrics in it, you know? So that was very important to us and important to the directors. You know, we all worked very, very hard in this film, and to have a song that's about going up, 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 you know, not to give up, it really helps us as writers, and to help kids and adults dream come true as songwriters, yeah.
일단 제가 지금까지 K-팝 곡을 만들 때는 보통 사랑 얘기라든가 약간 희망적인 얘기보다는 약간 좀 더 파워풀한 얘기를 더 많이 했던 것 같은데 이번에는 좀 희망적인 음악을 만들었고 너무 많이 사랑을 받아서 너무 기분이 좋습니다.
I think for K-pop music, it's usually about love or longing, and I really haven't had the opportunity to write about hope. So I tend to make music more about powerful messaging, but the fact that this music is so hopeful and has touched so many audiences is so meaningful to me.
So I actually have two films nominated for the Oscars, which are both social justice films, The Perfect Neighbor and The Devil is Busy. The Devil is Busy is about an abortion clinic in the south of the U.S. run by women, where they are fighting every day to give women access to reproductive health care. And I think that, again, we see, that it's an honor to be nominated, but we see these awards as a platform to push the issues forward. With Perfect Neighbor, we're trying to push back against stand your ground laws, which are incredibly dangerous and racist. And, we are also trying to talk about abortion and women's health care on a much higher level since Roe versus Wade fell at the federal level. So for us, it's really meaningful. The awards matter. I think right now we are living in a really dangerous time where the media, where journalists and artists and writers our voices are being crushed and deliberately censored by the powers that be. So again, independent films, independent documentaries, writing, etc. It's all a way to reach, and independent platforms that help to push them forward. It's a way to help us fight back against that sort of censorship. And, like a free free media is the cornerstone of any democracy, and when it's the first thing to go on the pathway to fascism. So we have to be incredibly vigilant and careful and continue to support these films and projects that come out.
Well, you kind of have to see, you can't think about it about yourself. I kind of see myself as an ambassador for independent film, in that if movies like Blue Moon get seen and get made and the people who invested in them make their money back, then there's going to be more at-bats for everybody. You know, that's the kind of way that's what keeps me going through. I'm here for Richard Linklater and all the independent filmmakers and all the actors. You know, you just, it's like we're an ad for the industry. And every now and then when you get a little praise, you're like, all right, the tax on this praise is you got to show up and, you know, grease the rails for everybody coming after you. Like take Rick, for example. Rick made 2 of the best movies made this year, yes. And he's not nominated for Jack. He's not here at this party with me, and so you can't take it too seriously. And at the same time, the people who are nominated are awesome, so you can take it seriously. It's a razor's edge you have to walk.
Yes.
Well, I'm 55 years old. I think it might be harder when I was younger, but I've learned firsthand that time is the only real curator. You know, a movie like Before Sunrise didn't get any Oscar nominations. We didn't make any 10 best lists, and we were just put in the Library of Congress. You know, a movie like Gattaca didn't win any prizes, and I get asked about it virtually every day, 25 years later, and so that feels phenomenal. The awards and things like that are really exciting because it's like a electric jolt to it. It gives a film a push off the dock that's really hard, really forceful, and helps.
I've written a lot of songs for a lot of movies. This one, I had to write a song for a movie about myself. And so it's always about connecting what's the heart of that movie, what's the song, basically the song I want to hear in that movie. And what I wanted to write for this, I wanted to write for the young girl that sat alone in a room, that was bullied at school, that felt unseen, unheard, and really felt the whole world, you know, was against her, right? And that it was going to be okay. And as I was writing it, I realized that's not just me. And the notes and the text and private message, whatever, like people are connecting so deeply to this song because so many of us were that kid.
There it is. Nice.
Yeah, do that too.
I'm like a casting director with songs and movies, and so that artist has to be authentic to that movie, so that artist almost is another character. It can't just be a random artist, right? And that artist also has to be able to sing the song. And what was interesting about this is like, oh, well, who's that for me? And there was nobody else but Kesha, you know. And I've known Kesha a long time, and I know Kesha she had a hard time growing up. She's had a hard life. It hasn't been easy, and she's a great singer. And as great as some of those records are, you can't tell what a vocalist she is, you know. And to me, it's like when I wrote "Till It Happens to You" and I called Gaga on the phone, and I knew that Gaga could do that, and Gaga sang that song. And it was the same thing for Kesha. I had a feeling that it was going to resonate with her story too. And when she came to the studio and I played it for her, she started crying. Again, like Gaga, when I played Gaga "Till It Happens to You," crying. And I knew that would be, I knew that she was, like I knew in my heart there was no one else but Kesha.
Oscars are important for independent films, so for small films without a big budget to promote themselves. So it's essential that we get this recognition. And I mean, already we've done more. We've achieved more than we hoped for. I mean, 9 nominations. we can be pretty pleased with ourselves. To me, it's so rich that it means a lot of things. But of course, it is a film that doesn't have a regular narrative. The narrative is the people's faces, and it's more impressionistic in that ways, and you follow how they feel, not what they're doing, and that is quite interesting. It's in a way, it's a radical new film for that.
I don't know if I've had time to reflect. You know, it feels like it's all going really fast, and it's really filled with new sort of experiences for me. But it feels amazing, and it's such a big deal for like the Norwegian cinema. It's never really happened before, so we're all very like high on a cloud of happiness, I think. Yeah. Getting the recognition and being nominated, I think, influences the whole business a little, and hopefully will sort of shine light on how we need support from our government to be able to make the movies we make, and it'll hopefully inspire movie makers to make their movies and on their sort of terms.
Head down a little bit, there you go. Perfect. Maybe tilt your head down a little bit just because of the glasses. Thanks.
I'm Caroline. Plugged in now, it should work, but let's do another one right here, sir. Since you're our first. And with that smile. So one more. Oh yeah. Oh, it's a good over the shoulder.
There it is. And Kayla's like in her.
And then all the way back to George. Thank you. Thank you.
Good morning,
Kate. Good morning, Kate. Hi, beauty. It's so good. Thank you, beauty.
One right here.
Thank you.
Right here to your left, please.
Rose, could I get one of those over the shoulders also, please? And then right next door. Right next door. Couple right here. Oh, thank you.
And your eyes looking right here, please.
And then right next.
Yes, that's it. And Wagner, one more time. Working great.
Thank you, Queen. We do an over the shoulder in that? Is that it? Ooh, yes.
There it is.
Definitely over the shoulder.
Oh, you're flawless. And Taylor to the right one more time.
We do one over that shoulder too. Charlie.
Fabulous.
Thank you. Nice to meet you. Thank you.
Guys, let's get a picture.
You want one together?
Steven, Diana, here we go.
And one right next door, sir. Hi.
Congratulations, sir.
And Stephen right here, please. Right here. There we go. Hi. Good morning. Oh my God. And then right next door, John. Hi.
I had you upstairs in the video.
Can I get those? One with those eyes. Hey. Thank you.
Thank you so much, everybody. What an honor.
And then one right next door, if you would, sir. Thank you so much. Appreciate you.
Benicio, good to see you over here.
Mr. Fancy Suit.
Congratulations.
Good to see you.
Thanks. Appreciate it.
And straight ahead. And eyes here.
Hang on here. One moment.
One look all the way back. Hey, there he is. Oh, beautiful. Thank you. And then right next door, sir. Paul, right here, sir.
One more quick little look up here.
And then can I get those eyes one more time, sir? You look so beautiful. And then right next door. Hello, Jerry.
Jerry, second row up with the video here.
Straight ahead.
Couple without the sunglasses if we can.
Can we do a couple without the shades? Oh, there she is.
And those eyes looking right straight ahead, please.
Hey. One more with that beautiful smile. Thank you. You're perfect.
To your left.
I know it. And you guys are Michael was like, so we all just started yelling at him.
Thanks, you guys. We're gonna
Right this way.
and right next to you.
Pull them over, turn. Good. Make it perfect.
When I did this movie, my main obsession was how to make the voice of Hind Rajab echo. The fact that since Venice, because the premiere in Venice Film Festival the reception was beyond my expectation, and then since Venice, the movie is almost everywhere, is distributed everywhere, even in the United States of America. And we are nominated for a BAFTA, we were nominated for Golden Globe, and we are nominated for an Oscar. And all those things contribute in a very effective way to make the voice of this little girl heard.
Yeah, you know, I want to thank Apple and Warner Brothers. They gave us a 60-day run on this movie before you could see it any other way. And I think it's so important to preserve theatrical exhibition, because I think what we've seen with both Maverick and F1 is that when people experience a film like this in theaters first, all those other markets play out afterward in a really positive way. So I just think we live in a time, obviously, where theatrical filmmaking or theatrical movies are kind of under a lot of pressure. And, you know, both Apple and Warner's really came through and believed in this film and kept it in theaters for 2 months. And so that's, you know, hopefully a trend that will continue.
Yeah, a slight turn to this way.
This experience is like, frankly, no other experience I've had, in as much as this breadth and depth of success, critically and commercially, and the kinds of responses that engenders from people, is really and truly in a sphere by itself. And it's been, I don't want to talk about it in past tense. It continues to be like a gift that keeps on giving. He has a generosity of spirit and an openness that creates trust, because of his generosity of spirit and his openness, the lines of communications can flow. And that's, I believe, one of his superpowers.
I mean, I feel like I've taken so much from Annie. I think I've taken so much from the film too. But like personally, the things that I really reflect on a regular basis is like my place, my purpose, my gift, my joy. Like remembering who kind of poured into me and like try to honor the ancestors with that, because I will one day be a future ancestor, so I want to make sure that I am in this moment, in this lifetime, am contributing in a way that is beneficial and kind and tapping into my power and my purpose. I'm really just trying to stay connected to that, like very like the film does it so well, that really strong linear reality of who came before, what we're doing now, and where it feeds the future.
Beautiful.
Annie was someone who I feel like I just really looked up to in so many ways, as a mum, as a partner. So I feel like she influenced me, her capacity to forgive, to hold both grief and hope, and faith. So that's something that I was like, oh, I need that, especially in this world, like holding grief, hope, and faith. It's a really hard thing to like manage when you look out at the world right now. So I do think I aspire to that side of Annie. And award season pregnant is like running a marathon in heels.
Oh my gosh.
And I'm exhausted.
When we started doing films, for us the Oscars was something really distant and for the American industry, but slowly things began to change.
One of the strongest elements of the United States, one of the most beautiful aspects of American society is its diversity. It's a country made up of immigrants. And we can see that in The Godfather, I believe in America, right? It's the first line in The Godfather. And today, when we look at the industry in the US, it's made up of all kinds of Americans. And I think it's a great thing that international films are playing a bigger and bigger role in the conversation, So I make a film like The Secret Agent, it becomes part of the conversation, and I think that's wonderful.
Nice.